Disclaimer: everything that is discussed, posted is strictly for educational and historical purposes only. It does not promote, nor condone illegal activities. Hooten'S Ch Butcher Boy for XW. Butcher Boy was bred by Frank Fitzwater. He was born in Irving, TX on June 4, 1967. Norman Hooten obtained Butcher Boy at 6 weeks of age by trading $50 worth of horseshoeing to a man who knew Frank and had a litter of pups, but said that Frank would not sell a dog to a stranger or to anyone who did not come with references. The man introduced Norman to Frank. The deal was made and he picked up his pup, or rather he picked him since he was the only one that came up to him and grabbed him by the pants legs and started shaking like a true bulldog. Frank and Norman became close friends and remained the same until Frank's death. Butcher developed rapidly and later proved to be an outstanding dog. He was first rolled at 12 months of age against his littermate brother, Weaver's Mike. It was at this time that Norman knew that he had a special dog as he went deep into the shoulder and left holes like a 12-gauge shotgun. When scratched, he went low, hard and very fast with power like a fullback. Mike, who was owned and campaigned by Ed Weaver, went on to become a champion in his own right at a lighter weight than Butcher Boy, winning 3 and losing 1. The one loss was because he went blind during the match and couldn't find his opponent in time to beat the count. At 16 months of age, Butcher Boy was rolled into Carver's Rastus. This roll was better than many contracted matches witnessed by Norman. Morris picked Rastus up at the 20-minute mark, stating that Butcher Boy was just too big for him, which he was. Norman believed that it was at that roll that Morris started to take a real interest in Butcher Boy, though he was still doubtful about his gameness. Rastus went on to prove his greatness in his loss to the Tater Dog I California in a match that went over 2 hours. Rastus proved beyond a doubt that he was indeed dead game. After a 3-dog test, Norman and Morris started looking for a match and Morris finally called and asked if he wanted to match into the 2X winner, Kennedy's Booger Red. He agreed and the match was made, set for the Oklahoma convention. Danny Burton conditioned and handled Booger Red for this match. For the first 20 minutes both dogs had been fighting even, when Butcher Boy threw Booger Red and took a killing chest hold, cutting an artery, causing blood to spurt. After working this hold a few times, it was visible that Booger Red was in trouble. Red got to his feet, but could no longer fight even with Butcher Boy. A turn was called on Red at about the 30-minute mark. Red made a good, hard scratch, but was put down by Butcher Boy. A pickup and Butcher Boy went fast, knocking Red down and shaking hard. At about the 45-minute mark, Red had about all he was capable of taking. When he was released, he was unable to stand. He fell on the floor too weak to move. Butcher Boy the winner in 46. Booger Red took his death without a whimper. It was in Butcher Boy's second match, in 1969 in Mississippi, against Edwards Luke, a 2X winner, that Butcher Boy scratched into Luke so hard that he actually knocked Luke's handler completely out of the pit at least 5 times. At 2:15 minutes, a turn was called on Butcher Boy. Edwards was having a hard time holding his dog in the corner. 18 Luke scratches good with Butcher Boy meeting him in the center, hard. 21 Butcher scratches like a jet. The next 7 scratches came almost once every minute until Luke goes down in his corner and takes the count at 33 minutes, making Butcher Boy a 2X winner. Butcher Boy's dam, Womack's Big Liz, was also on the card for this convention, winning in 28 minutes. The day of the upsets was in 1972, and that was day that Butcher Boy won his championship match over Corn Smokey, a son of Bullison. He was the only favorite to win his match, which went 18 minutes, as Smokey just could not take what Butcher Boy had for him and quit cold. On this same card, Bullison was defeated by his son Benny Bob. Shortly after his win over Smokey, it was determined that he had heartworms and was subsequently treated twice for the deadly parasite and retired from combat. His true test came in 1973 at 6 years of age, when he was brought out of retirement, after being treated for heartworms twice, to go into the 2X winner, Stinson, Glover and Co. Sampson. Carver bred dog, had beat a dog of Carver's at 56 pounds and was in his prime at 30 months of age. Because of Butcher Boy's age and the fact that it was known that he had been treated for heartworms twice, he was a 3-to-1 underdog going in. But he beat Sampson by biting him down in 1:45 minutes in a classical match. Both Sampson and Butcher Boy died after this great match. Butcher Boy was awarded Best of Show for his dead game, hard-biting efforts. Of the 4 contract opponents that faced Butcher Boy in the pit, only one survived, Corn Smokey, and he cleared out in 15 minutes. Champion Butcher Boy was a great dog and has been touted by many long-time top dogmen who witnessed all his matches as perhaps the greatest 57 pounds dog of the century, and most certainly the best 57 pounds dog of his time. He was, truly, a once-in-a-lifetime dog. Well, there you have it, folks, the story of Hooten'S Ch Butcher Boy for XW.